make a whole long review on it.
It's not a review, babe. I don't live in Atlanta. It's not a review. And you didn't watch that video.
You cannot proudly hold up a manga and say that it doesn't harm anyone.
It might hurt if I throw it at your head.
We're not just talking their behavior, we're talking about their appearance.
Oh, brother! Once again, I cannot be left alone to be cringe on the internet as I please, and a video has been made about me. I saw this video go up and I did not watch it, but I have been DM'd a couple times on Instagram by people showing support for me against this creator. I figured I would watch it for the first time here on YouTube and react to it and just see what my natural thoughts are about it. I have not watched this beforehand. I don't know what is said, but from what other people just have told me via DM, it's interesting. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Hi! Before we start, I would just like to say that with this video, I am not trying to promote hate towards anyone who was involved in this situation.
The disclaimer didn't work. A giant uptick of people not only harassing me, but I got doxxed within an hour of this video being posted. That's what led me to discover this video existed. And I got doxxed in a very, very, very dangerous way. Which I'm not going to be talking about in this video because I'm currently in contact with my local police department about it. But I will say that these disclaimers don't work when you go on to what I assume this girl is going to say in this video. Don't hate on this person, but here's all the reasons why you should freaking hate them. Okay, anyways, let's go on.
So, back in 2024, a TikTok influencer named Twin Buns, also known as Sunnie or Sammie,
Sammie, I don't go by that name. That is the name on this channel because it's stuck as this because I'm verified, but that is not my name. Please do not call me that. My name is Sunnie. I've gone by that online since 2020. There's no need to throw that in there.
Decided to take a trip to Japan. And who doesn't want to take a trip to Japan? Honestly, I would love to be shopping on the streets of Tokyo right now instead of having to do my science homework. And the trip was going so great for them until the moment they came back. When Twin Buns returned from Japan, they decided to show off some mangas that they purchased there. A lot of anime fans saw that video and they were like, oh my god, yes, show me what you got, like this is literally my dream. But as soon as people opened that video, they saw something that raised some questions. And you don't even have to look very deep into this video to see what is exactly wrong with it. If you look closely at the cover of this video, you may notice one manga that stands out. Yarichin Beachy Club, or YBC for short. And if after I pronounce
Sunnie exists on the internet without someone bringing up YBC for 5 minutes challenge, go! Oh my god, we already failed. You guys know, if you're an actual follower of mine, I haven't even read YBC. And it follows me around. I've actually been recommended it by multiple of my fujoshi friends though, saying that it actually has a good story and that I should read it, but it's just tainted by how much people online like to bring it up and throw it in my face that, oh my god, there's dark themes in it. Anyways, let's keep watching.
Of this manga, you didn't shiver or didn't get very violent PTSD, then bless your soul, because this is actually one of the most controversial and problematic mangas to ever exist.
YBC is not one of the most controversial or problematic mangas to exist in the actual sphere of the anime and manga world. In the anti-fujoshi and pro-censorship world, yes, it rocked some boats, mostly with 14-year-olds. There is a literal manga that is written by someone who got away with committing murder in a foreign country and then fled back to Japan and couldn't be tried for it legally. There is a manga that is written about a woman and her attraction to a little boy. There are far more controversial mangas than YBC, but in your little bubble, I could see why you might think.
Back in 2020, during the pandemic, Yarichin Beachy Club was very popular on TikTok because they released an anime for this manga, and it had a very famous and catchy song in it that you will probably recognize. It sounded something like
oh my god, a monetized queen, a monetized queen. Too many ads. You placed those ad breaks in yourself, babe.
You may know the song because it actually became such a huge trend on TikTok that people.
I'm glad that she's actually mentioning that it was a trend on TikTok, because when I say that, people say I'm crazy. They're like, it was never big. I'm like, yes, it was. Like, it was definitely big. That's literally why I bought the manga in Japan, because I recognized it from the anime that came out and the song being viral on TikTok. The anime. It's a 2-episode OVA. 2 single episodes less than 30 minutes long each.
Literally copy pasted lyrics from it on every single video under every.
That is actually a 2025 trend. In 2020, people genuinely were cosplaying characters from the anime and enjoying it within the Fujo community. Obviously, people were memeing about it when they found out like the raunchy lyrics of the song, but it became a meme to the extent that it was after my cancellation, not before, when it originally was popular on TikTok.
Single video, you would open the comments and it would just like jump scare you. And unfortunately, because this anime and manga were so popular in 2020, a lot of people have read it.
That's actually not true. Not a lot of people who heard the theme song went and read it, because if they did read it, they would find that it's actually not that bad. A lot of people are just think it's worse than it is because they've never actually read it themselves, and they've only heard through the grapevine through people like you that are fear-mongering about like a very like raunchy satiric BL manga.
I don't even know where to start. This manga, Yarichin Bichi Club, is one of the most disgusting and gross pieces of literature to ever exist and walk on this earth. The plot of this manga follows the main character who has to join a club, and because he is a quiet student, he decides to join the photography club, which turns out to be not a photography club. The members of the photography club in the manga sleep with other students. And
what's another popular anime or manga where a student accidentally is forced to join a club because of something that they do? Oh my god, or on High School Host Club, Haruhi stumbles into a club room and is forced to join a host club. Host clubs in Japan are where women go to talk to hot guys and like get chatted up and pay money and get absurdly drunk. So an SA, pardon my TikTok speak, it is a YouTube video and I do want this to be monetized. I want to be a monetized queen too. Scene between Haruhi and Kyoya senpai? I don't remember. I haven't seen Oron in a really long time. But no one has this opinion about that because it's heterosexual. Anyways, I digress. Is it heterosexual? Haruhi! Haruhi! Anyways, I digress.
And just to put it in perspective, this is about high school students.
Oh my god, like every single American TV show doesn't have a plot revolving sexual relationships between high school characters. Oh my god, like Euphoria is totally the worst thing that ever exists. Oh my god, The Secret Life of the American Teenager. Oh my god, Pretty Little Liars. Oh my god, Gossip Girl. Oh my god, Outer Banks. Oh my god, The Summer I Turned Pretty. What? I never get this argument. Oh my god, they're in high school. As if that's not every single TV show in America. Can we be for real for a second?
One of the characters is literally confirmed to be 16 years old. 16 years old!
The first episode of Gossip Girl, Chuck Bass SA's Jenny Humphrey, who is 14. It's Gossip Girl. No one hates and cancels and doxes people over liking Gossip Girl.
The topics or plots that this manga covers, it literally glorifies SA. All the characters in
buzzword alert, glorifies. Does it glorify SA? Or does it just contain dark themes? One of them is including SA, and it happens. It's only glorified if you're glorifying it. If you're the one that's looking at it and saying, I like this is something that is good that's happening. It is clearly painted as something that the main character doesn't want to happen to him. That's like kind of the whole plot, right? That he doesn't want to be I don't know how to say this in TikTok speak. He doesn't want to be by everyone. So he has to do what they say so that he doesn't get that done to him, I believe. I haven't read it. I need this to be so abundantly clear. I haven't read it. So I'm going off of what my fujoshi friends say and what I've seen online. Anyways, let's continue. Oh my god, I dropped it. I have seen the anime, though. I need to make that clear. I have seen the anime, but it was like years ago. I don't remember it. I don't remember it at all, unfortunately.
Characters in it are minors, yet there is still something happening between a student and a teacher. And all the
There are so many classic American movies where there's a relationship between a student and a teacher, and TV shows. Pretty Little Liars, for instance, has a student-teacher relationship that ends canon in the entirety of its airing. Pretty Little Liars has Arya and Ezra for the entirety of its airing, and no one is doxxed when they dress up as Arya. Did I call her Arya? Arya for Halloween. No one calls it the most terrible show, disgusting ever coming out of America.
characters don't know what consent mean. They literally harass the main character.
What I've been told by my fujoshi friends, actually, the main character that she's mentioning that is given this, like, ultimatum about, like, either you have to do this or this, he ends up pretending to be in a relationship with another person, and then they end up, like, falling in love and having a really cute romance. And the club is like, okay, well, since you guys are dating, you don't have to do anything that the club says. So, like, literally, read past maybe some of it. I haven't even read it, and I know that.
Harass the main character, and this is the whole thing that this manga is about.
I can tell when someone's watched the anime. Girly Pop, I get the vibe you've watched the anime, because everything you know about it is what I know about it from the anime.
This piece of manga, if you can even call it that,
If this piece of manga, if you can even call it that, it's a manga. Just because you don't agree with it means that it fundamentally isn't what it is. Like, oh my god, I hate that movie, if you can call it a movie.
is pure fetish content.
There's nothing wrong with fetish content existing. I just need to throw that out there. Even if YBC was fetish content, okay. Fetish content is allowed to exist, it's allowed to be published, it's allowed to be sold, it's allowed to be bought, and it's allowed to be enjoyed. Fetishes aren't inherently bad, and people indulging in fetish content isn't bad as long as there's consent, and there's definitely consent between a single person and a book.
It's very cruel harassment disguised as comedy, as if it's something funny, as if SA of minors could ever be something funny.
Anything can be funny. In fiction, literally anything can be funny. You might not find it funny, that's okay. It's not for everyone. Not all humor is for anyone. It's also not like that is the joke. It's a satirical manga that's like making fun of the tropes in other BL mangas, and that's just how it does it. Unless you're so deep into the BL manga and fujoshi world, you wouldn't understand, but like, maybe that's why you don't understand and you think that it's just people being like, haha, kids getting essayed is so funny. That's obviously not what it's doing. Duh.
In 2020, a lot of people did not notice a problem with it just because this fetish content and this gross, absolutely disgusting plot is disguised as a comedy. People even put the characters on their profile pictures, and there's a lot of edits on TikTok from 2020 of the most, oh my god, the most like wild events that happened in the manga or in the anime. But going out of your way and buying
Nothing truly vile.
It got cut off, but what was going to be said was nothing truly vile happens in the anime for people to make edits of, especially that could be put on TikTok. There are some sexual scenes in the anime, or as we should just call it as it is a hentai. It is a animated Japanese porn video. But there's nothing in it that's truly despicable, like this dumbass is saying.
So we're 5 minutes into this video and my camera battery has died 3 times. It's not because I'm talking a lot and cutting out, it's because there's something wrong with my camera. Anyways, I just put in my 3rd battery, I have the other ones charging right here. I'm gonna go insane. Let's keep going.
the manga and possessing this manga in the big 2024, when we all have woken up from pandemic and realized how actually this
We haven't woken up from the pandemic. There is a mass rise of conservatism and purity culture in fandom, and people are going back on their old ideals for new harmful ones that are being spread around by conservative rhetoric. People didn't wake up from their cringy 2020 selves. They are literally being like indoctrinated into the cult that is conservatism. Anyways, this is about BL. Let's continue.
disgusting and problematic it is crazy. So you're telling me twin buns went to Japan and spent their money to buy this manga? Not to even mention the problematic aspects of it, but is it really something that you want to have and read all the time? Like, is it seriously something that you're gonna
Not all the time. I still haven't read it, and I've had it for like 3 years now.
buy when you go to Japan? Like, when Twin Buns were confronted about having this manga and showing it off proudly in their video by the comments,
Showing it off proudly or just showing that I bought it? Showing off proudly is like me showing all of my My Hero Academia figures that I bought on that same trip. I did a manga haul. Like I said, it's not my favorite series. My favorite, I have literally, guys, low-hanging fruit. My favorite series is Hitorijime My Hero. Look that up. I literally give you guys ammo to cancel me for and make fun of me for. And you go for the one I haven't even read. Anyways, I'm sure she's gonna bring up Hitorijime My Hero in this, I'm sure.
they said that this manga does not have any problem in it. They love this manga so much, they even made a long, detailed review of it on their YouTube channel.
I don't think she watched that, because it's not a review, it's a commentary about aunties and the mass hate that YBC got. I literally say in that video, I haven't read YBC.
They have read this manga.
Not her next line being, they have read this manga. Baby girl, I haven't. I'm so sorry to burst your, like, bubble. At this point, people are writing a fanfic about me and my love affair. Like, do people ship me with YBC? I think they do, because no matter how much I say it, no one believes me. But I haven't read it. The only character I could name in it is Yuri, because he's like the viral one with the tongue piercing that's like, ah, I love him. He reminds me of Donnie from Wild Thornberrys.
They know what it's about, and they know
Prime Big Deal Days is here. With deal
Monetized Queen, you're the reason my battery keeps dying!
find no problem with it. They say that this manga only problematic because gay relationships are not normalized in Japan.
I think that this is just a quirky, edgy, hyper satire, yaoi webtoon turned manga that fell into the hands of uneducated white conservatives, and they just ran wild with it.
Buddy, I think we're skipping over so many other issues here. What do you mean it's the only problem with it?
Well, because everything else that's a problem that you're talking about this manga is within the pages of fiction, babe. It's fiction. You might not have the developed brain to be able to read fiction and not have it affect your personal everyday morals, but I can read YBC. I haven't, but I could read it and it wouldn't make me be like, I want to go SA someone. Because I don't let fiction affect my everyday life nor my moral standing on dark themes. I can read dark themes and not want to go out and commit the things that are happening in them. Like, I don't read a murder mystery and then want to go kill someone. I don't play GTA and then want to go run over a granny for 5 points. Do you get my drift? Video games don't make people violent. YBC doesn't make people make a club at their school that's about SAing people. I thought we agreed on this in like 2003 when everyone tried to make all of their kids stop playing video games.
Just to put it in perspective, Twin Buns was like 27 years old when they bought this manga. And I believe not only reading this manga is weird, but reading it.
By the way, I just need to point out, the manga for this came out when I was in high school. I was the same age as the characters in YBC when YBC was serialized, so I just need to point that out there. This is a manga from my generation of high school degeneracy, not y'all's. Like, no, I was gonna say we were the peak demographic. We're not. YBC's demographic is adult. It is an 18+ manga. It is for adults. But it did come out when I was in high school. Some people care about that fact. I personally don't.
As a 27-year-old woman and defending it is weird because all the characters.
Would you prefer a 16-year-old defendant? Because they really shouldn't be reading it, babe. Like, it's adult media. I'm the perfect age to be owning YBC.
From high school, I actually have to emphasize the fact of how actually disgusting, disturbing, absolutely gross this manga is. I literally have to censor out so.
If you watched my original video too, by the way, you would understand that there is a mistranslation in the original English Scantron of YBC, where a lot of people had a misconception that they were in college and then they were in high school, and then the original author like backtracked on what their ages originally were because she received so much controversy. I deep dive into it in that video. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to see it. But yeah, I go into a whole deep dive about how YBC has a whole history of mistranslation in the English anime and manga world.
So many things just to not get demonetized in here because it's actually so much worse. But you may ask me, is this the only
No, you can literally talk about YBC on YouTube, like, and show panels from it. Not certain panels, obviously, but you can show it because my entire video talking about YBC is monetized, and it's been monetized the entire time, so.
controversy of Twin Buns? Is it all that Twin Buns did wrong? Like, yeah, I understand she has Yurichin Bichu Club, which is a very problematic manga, but it couldn't be the only reason why she got doxxed and bullied off the internet for years.
Yeah, it literally was the start of it. Every single other thing that I've done was just a, besides the eat a bag thing, was just like a slippery slope from people initially attacking, harassing, and doxing me over YBC. YBC started all of this.
And you're right, this is far from being the only thing. We're just getting started here.
I really hope that this creator is over the age of 18. I did not check, but I'm like looking at her background now and I'm scared. Editor, confirm, is this creator over 18?
It was inconclusive if this creator was over the age of 18, but they do have a photo that I will not be inserting from their Instagram that was posted earlier this year in 2025 of them in a school building sitting on top of a school desk, and they blurred the faces of the other children in the background, which leads me to believe that it was taken in their own school, but I have no way of really verifying their age. We are going to continue with the assumption that they are at least 18 years old, because I would hope that a content creator of their scope with their following would not insert themselves into adult spaces and adult topics such as 18 plus yaoi manga without being over the age of 18. If they are not over the age of 18, I'm thoroughly disgusted and they should remove their video. But if they are, please continue with what you're doing.
I'm gonna continue. I am scared though. I am pointing that out. She is talking about YBC and I just realized her background is like very much, she could be in her childhood bedroom, I don't know, but it's very much giving I am a 17-year-old in high school and it is scaring me.
After their video about mangas in Japan blew up, people became interested in who Twin Buns even is. And upon
Actually had almost 500,000 followers on TikTok before all this drama, by the way. Like, people already were interested in who Twin Buns was.
investigating their account, there are even more questions about their persona. You see, that one controversial video was not the only thing that went wrong about their trip in Japan. Ever since Twin Buns visited Japan, they changed. We're not just
I love how this is all going off of my 2023 Japan trip. I was there for 2 months, so I mean, yeah, it did. I got a little skinny, but it didn't change me that much. I went to Japan in 2019 too, guys. I've looked the same since then. I don't know.
We're not just talking their behavior, we're talking about their appearance.
Oh, brother. Twin Buns exist on the internet for 5 seconds without someone thinking their Asian fishing challenge go. Oh my god, we failed! Oh my god, wait, hold on. I have to do the rest of the video like this because anytime I smile and let my eyes relax in their natural resting state because I have hooded eyes, people think I'm Asian fishing. Anyways, let's continue.
All of their videos suddenly became more dull, as if they were trying.
Girl, that is a TikTok I filmed in front of a anime convention. Yes, I have a filter on because, ooh, I was looking rough. Try being in full cosplay in Phoenix, Arizona in the middle of the summer when it's 118 degrees. You'd be looking rough too, and you'd put on a skin smoothing filter. But I was also in front of a giant window, and I am the shade of a piece of paper. If you didn't notice, I'm so pale. So I kind of reflect the light. And also, I have hazel eyes and central heterochromia. I can't open my eyes in direct sunlight. Literally, it's painful, but I digress.
Trying to make their skin paler. They started.
Oh baby, I don't need to make my skin paler. Do I need to turn on my ring light again? Ah!
They started wearing fake bangs on their head. They became.
Yeah, I wear fake bangs because my hair is down to my ass crack, and if I cut bangs, that'd be like 3 feet of hair cut off, and they would never grow out. So yeah, I cut fake bang, or I wear fake bangs instead of cutting real bangs. Oh my god! Oh my god! Shoot me in the head! Execute me publicly! That's such a crime!
I went on Amazon, I typed in faux bangs Remy hair extension and clicked purchase for $10.99. Throw me in jail! Take me away, officer!
I'm very interested in Japanese culture and fashion. And
Not a crime. Not a crime. I love Japan. I love Japanese culture. I love Japanese fashion. I do. Love it.
started squinting in all of their videos. Oftentimes they would do
Oh no, I'm squinting! Oh no! Ah!
they would do like a makeup transition, like doing makeup like Japanese people.
Doing makeup like Japanese people, or am I just doing Japanese style makeup that a Westerner or a foreigner who's not from Japan only usually sees on Asian features?
I taste just like candy, so dance with me. I taste just like candy, so dance with me.
I hate to say this, guys, but I have hooded eyes. Do you know what hooded eyes are? They are primarily found in Asia, but guess where they're also found? In Slavic people. Guess what I am? Oh my god, it's almost like one race doesn't own a certain feature. Oh my god.
And completely changed their race for the.
You can't change your race with makeup. Unless you're doing blackface, and that's not you changing your race. I don't look Japanese. I don't look Asian. I look like me with Japanese style makeup on.
Video. They started learning Japanese while not living in Japan. And
I actually started studying Japanese when I was 14. You don't just study Japanese for like a year and then have the ability that I did when I had my entire Japanese social media account on Instagram where I only posted in Japanese.
So today I'm going to be teaching you how to make this poppin' cooking kit. First thing we have is a blue packet that says Gohan no Moto, basically means it is the rice base. Next we have this green packet which says Ikura no Moto A, which means this is the salmon roe A packet.
I also do have plans to move to Japan, hence why I've been studying Japanese forever. I have a house that I stay in Japan regularly. I learn Japanese so that when I'm in Japan I can communicate and get around safely and, you know, live my life. I didn't know it was a crime to learn another language. I also am learning Swedish! Is there a Swedish person that wants to object? Oh, wait, you're not Japanese. I don't know why you're objecting.
had a whole separate account where they would just review any other manga in Japanese. Just to put it in perspective of how big of a change it was in Twin.
Because she says, like, that having an account in Japanese as someone who's not Japanese is bad. I was doing total language immersion. Like, my phone is completely in Japanese. I was trying to, like, better myself in studying the language that I've been studying forever. Like, that's not a crime. Like, it's very normal when you're doing language immersion to do social media in said language that you are trying to immerse yourself in, because social media is a huge part of everyday life, and it also helps you learn, like, more modern Japanese, more modern of the language that you're trying to read, like slang, something that's closer to you, how your generation speaks versus what a textbook person speeches. Oh my god. Versus what a textbook teaches you. I'm pretty sure from watching this, your second language is English. You should know all of this.
This is them way before going to Japan ever. And this is them when they came back
to me when I was 17 years old. Yeah. I do look a little different when I was 17. My eyes are still very tiny though, might I add. Oh my god, monetized queen. Monetized queen. You need to buy me a 256 gigabyte memory card next time you make a video about me. It's one of the long non-skippable ones too. Oh brother, this guy stinks!
when they came back. And they are not.
Video was actually filmed 3 years after I came back from Japan that you just showed. So you showed a video when I was 17 and a video 3 years after I came back from Japan. Okay.
Not Asian. And they were not born in Japan. And they
I'd be that white person and pull out my, I'm actually 4% Mongolian. I'm not gonna do that.
in Japan. And they do not live in Japan. They live in Atlanta. Comparing
Atlanta! Georgia? Oh my golly, I wish I did. I'd get that southern twang. I love girlies from Georgia. They're so cute. Bama Rush? Is that Georgia? No, that's Alabama. Wait, is Georgia in Alabama? Girl, I'll give you a little hint. I'm from the 50th state in education in the United States, which isn't Atlanta, but it does start with an A. I think you can tell.
their old videos and their videos after they went to Japan is crazy. It looks like two completely different people.
Once again, that is a photo from when I was like 18 years old versus a photo from when I went to Japan in 2023. So this is like 2016 through, no, 2018 through I don't know when this picture was taken. But I also, by the way, was already making kawaii fashion and Japanese content when that first picture was taken too. I look the same! I got rid of that diabolical side part though. Slay the glow up.
The entirety of Twin Bun's content became just about Japan, even when she wasn't.
Yeah, hi, surprise, if you couldn't tell by all the random obsessions that I have on this channel. I am autistic, and my longest running hyperfixation and special interest is Japan. And sometimes it leaks out into my content and I can't control that it's the only thing I want to talk about, think about, and do. I've gotten better in my older age of reeling that back. I just make the videos and then draft them and never post them. Instead of posting like 7 videos a day about Japan when I just want to, what is the word? Info dump about Japan. There we go. 50th in education, working hard.
Traveling to Japan, when she wasn't living there, when she was living in Atlanta, everything that she would ever talk about.
Hey, I'm editing, and like, this is not me pointing fingers at this girl, but like, do you think maybe like the fact that I was doxxed within an hour of this video going up before a lot of people had even seen it, that she is saying that I live in Alabama so that she can like play the not guilty card, that she didn't even know where I live, so how could she possibly have been the one that doxed me? But like it's adding, like, I don't know, I'm getting really sus about this, girly pop. I have a feeling you knew this whole video I didn't live in Atlanta, but also I don't think you're from the United States. You might not know the difference between Arizona and Atlanta. So I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, but I'm just saying, I'm putting my tinfoil hat on while editing this.
Was Japan, and how great Japan is, and how nothing bad ever happened.
That's not true. I've made multiple videos on my Instagram talking about the pros and cons of Japan. I made one video that was talking about how I liked Japan as someone who's neurodivergent, and people are like, but Japan doesn't care about mental health issues. And I had to be like, okay. And then I made a video being like, what I dislike about Japan as an autistic person. And then people are like, well, then don't go there if you don't like it. You can't win when you're a foreigner. Like, yeah, Japan right now is having the same issue as America, where they have a like hyper Republican person running for office who wants to like dismantle every single like good thing that the government has tried to do there in the past like 10 years. Like they literally have Trump light. Like, Japan is not good. Why do you think I don't live there right now? Why do you think I didn't move there when I was planning to like 2 years ago? There's a lot of things about me that don't mesh with Japan. That doesn't mean that I can't like Japan and find the good parts in Japan. Just like Japanese people find the good parts about their country and celebrate them, rather than only talking about the bad parts.
I became interested in Japanese fashion and would often show up wearing Japanese uniform. Like a school
I did not often show up wearing Japanese uniform. I've cosplayed a couple times in Japanese, like, seifuku, but I do own a genuine Japanese seifuku that I got sponsored to me when I was like 16 years old, so it's not that weird that I own it when I was a kid. Uniform culture, where I grew up, it's not like a thing. The school uniforms that we do have where I live are a polo shirt and khakis. I'll put a picture right here in case someone doesn't know what that is. But uniforms have always been super intriguing to me and a lot of people in the West because it's just not something that's common here, and it's fun to dress up. No one's saying I'm trying to pretend to be a high schooler when I wear seifuku or that I'm trying to be Japanese. I'm simply just wearing clothes that I find interesting and fun. And also, the time I think that she's referencing was for a photo shoot that I did at a Japanese garden in my town with my friend, just for fun. We were just bored one day and decided to go put on the seifuku and go take pictures. Nothing wrong with that.
Like a school Japanese uniform?
Yeah, that's the same uniform from the photo shoot. Filmed on the same day of the photo shoot. So
she wasn't going to school anymore and she was actually full on in her 20s.
It's actually a thing that people do in Japan. You can go to, foreigners included in this, by the way, and it doesn't matter if they're 27, you can go and rent Japanese uniforms to wear around all day. It's just like a fun thing. The Westerners find it really weird because while yes, Japan does sexualize just Japanese school uniforms, and America does too. For most people in Japan, it is just a part of their childhood, and it's fun to relive it and get to wear it with your friends, but they also let foreigners wear it because they also acknowledge that it's fun to dress up in uniform and match with your friends, and it is just a part of their culture that they like sharing.
There's nothing wrong with wearing seifuku or a Japanese school uniform, middle school, high school, it doesn't matter. You can even rent the male uniform if you're a girl and the girl uniform if you're a male at some of these places in more, oops, I hit the mic, in more touristy areas, Shinjuku, Shibuya, stuff like that.
Almost 30s, so there will be no reason for her to own a Japanese uniform. Her general content after visiting Japan for like 1 or 2 times became just
Half a year. I've spent half a year in Japan. It's not just like I visited for a week. I fully immersed myself both times that I went to Japan.
this is a thing in every other country. This is the same thing but in Japan. Oh my god.
My videos that I made doing like Japan this, America this thing, Japan this thing, were simply to show like the difference. I never was like, oh my god guys, sushi is so much better in Japan. Look at how sad this sushi is in America. And wow, look at the same sushi in Japan. There are actual cultural differences between America and Japan that I like to point out. And there's nothing wrong with pointing out those differences for people that maybe don't know. Maybe people who have no interest or have not studied anything about Japanese culture, and these small little things that I point out are very interesting to them, hence why they get traction on social media. Because people are interested in finding out the difference between America and Japan.
Twin Buns became just so fascinated with Japan and Japanese culture that people in the comments also started calling her out on it. After receiving any backlash towards any of Twin Buns' controversies, she would
I feel like I have to put this video on 2 times speed. I've already been recording for 43 minutes. I can't, oh my god. I am so sorry for how long this video is. I'm so sorry.
Controversies, she would always reply to the comments to clear things up, except it literally never helped her situation and, dare I say, only made it worse. An Instagram user,
That's because people weren't willing to listen or be educated. It wasn't because I was doing anything wrong. Okay, well there were some comments that I left that were kind of, not good, and I've already apologized for them. I'm sure that'll come up later in this video.
commented information about the most cruel incident that happened in Japan. They copy-pasted every other cruelty that happened in Unit 731. They did it to show Twin Buns that Japan isn't the most perfect country, and it also has a very dark history. And
Hey, can I just say, I just realized it's kind of absolutely so messed up for, someone to comment on an autistic person's video when their special interest is Japan and try to, ruin it for them. That low-key is screaming, I don't know, they're trying to unalive me. That literally seems like they're trying to ruin my entire life. I'm just saying. I just now realized that. That is so harmful to do.
can you guess what Twin Buns replied to this comment? She replied, kinky. Kinky. Kinky.
Are we also going to ignore the fact that the person above that comment dead named me, and that they also commented a list of graphic war crimes on a video where I was not talking about graphic war crimes? Are we not going to talk about how that was an unsolicited comment that contained gore? Was this gore on my feed? That is literally what that was. But everyone brushes off the original comments, being like, they're just spreading the facts. Unnecessarily commenting a list of brutal war crimes against women in someone's comment section on Instagram is always inappropriate, 100% of the time, unless that video is about said war crimes, which mine wasn't. Mine was not, 0%. Just because someone makes a video about Japan does not give you the consent to comment about graphic war crimes against women. That is so weird. And dead naming me right above it too, but no one likes to point that out.
Kinky. She said all the cruel acts that happened in Unit.
I'm gonna skip past this part because I already made an entire video apologizing for this comment, which I will link down below. I'm sure she'll bring it up later, but I'm just gonna skip past this part because we don't need to rehash this. Hey, homies, I think I skipped past that whole debacle. Let's see. We're 12 minutes into this video, by the way. So am I still recording my audio? Hot dog, I am.
That Twin Buns is known for. She used to be actually a quite popular YouTuber back in the day. She used to post aesthetic videos and makeup.
Oh my god, that's you guys. That's this channel. Hey guys! Hey! Welcome back!
Tutorials. However, something that she is also known for is the Ita bag debate that she started. You see, Ita bags are those types of bags.
Shut up! I haven't talked about this at all because, this was crazy! Oh my god, Ita bag gate, y'all.
I can't believe that I accidentally started, like, Eat a Bag Gate. I can't believe it. Like, it was an accident. It was so an accident, but I'm curious to see what she says, because I didn't follow it at all, because I literally was just, like, talking about Eat a Bags, and then it blew up, and I was like, oh, my bad, guys! And then people wouldn't leave it alone. Like, I did go on a couple rants, like, trying to defend myself, but, like, I didn't mean to start this. Like, it was a complete accident. I posted a draft from, like, 6 months ago, and that's what started. Like, it's crazy. Anyways.
With a clear pocket, and in that pocket you typically put like merch of your favorite character, like keychains, photo cards, pins, and even plushies. Those types of bags exist for people to show off their love for a certain character or fandom. In Japanese culture, it's like, oh my god, I love this character so much, I'm gonna have a whole bag dedicated just for them. Think of it as like a conversation starter or a way to find other fans of certain animes, shows, games, or literally anything. Ita bags are very popular in Japanese culture, but you don't have to be Japanese to have one. People in America also have those, or in every other country, I believe. It's just a silly and fun thing that you can do. However, Twin Buns does not believe that Ida bags are just a silly and fun way to express love for characters. No, Twin Buns.
Okay, I do know where this is going already, and it's the people that say it's just for fun. But there are certain subgenres of culture within fashion that do have to have rules, or else everything becomes a mush of nothing. Like, it's the bean soup theory. Wada. Well, then it's not bean soup anymore, baby. Like, what if I just do this with my Ita bag and I don't do any of the things that are traditionally in an Ita bag? Then it's not an Ita bag. It's a bag. It's a trinket bag. It's an American bag with a keychain on it. There are rules in fashion that make certain fashion genres those genres. If I said I'm blonde right now and everyone was like, well, that's no fun, you can't say that she's not blonde, what would a brunette be then?
Believes that Ita bags have very specific rules that everybody
I don't believe it. They do.
And if they don't,
not everybody must follow, but it should be acknowledged if you're in the community of Ita bag people, or trying to, like, people were trying to say my Ita bags were bad because they liked theirs, when mine are more traditional like you find in Japan, while theirs are more Americanized. And I'm sorry, I think where it originated, the ones that are popular in Japan are the elite original form of Ita bags versus the Americanized watered down ones. And I still believe that, and I always will.
they are a poser, they do everything wrong, and they don't deserve to live.
Guys, her insinuating that I said people don't deserve to be alive because their Ita bags are ugly is actually diabolical and defamation. Like, I just realized that when she said that, I didn't catch it while recording. Hot damn, girly pop. Do I need to call my lawyer? Jesus Christ. You don't seem like you can handle that. You should be careful what you say. You're lucky I'm nice and also poor.
Twin Buns started a whole...
What? You don't deserve to die because you're Ita bag, but you should be educated on the culture of Ita bags if you're gonna go online spewing nonsense about it. I know a certain purple hair creator loves to spew her mouth about it.
Ita bag discourse on TikTok, and she claimed that Americans and Westerners, they took this beautiful part of Japanese culture and they twisted it so much, and it's absolutely tasteless and they do everything wrong. Because in her...
It's more like the whole controversy really started with me taking a stab at Ita bag creators in the West, not people who make Ita bags like a fan. I'm talking about the manufacturers who make Ita bags. Like, my original statement was, there's this kind of Ita bag that you can buy in Japan, and then there's this one in America, and I was basically saying, like, this is a scam, this is not an Ita bag, because you can hold, like, 3 enamel pins in it, and then it's full, and it costs, like, $80, and this one can hold 200 enamel pins from Japan, and it's $60, and it's huge, and it's actually meant to be filled to the point of pain. Ita bag, itai. It's, you know, like, people just don't understand what Ita bag even means, and that's where this whole controversy even started. It was just, honestly, just like YBC, a mistranslation, a misunderstanding.
Everything wrong, because in her opinion, Ita bags should be hard to make, and not everybody.
It's not my opinion. Ita bags literally, they start because their name, Ita bag, the first kanji in Ita bag comes from itai, which means painful. They're supposed to be painful to make, painful to look at, and painful to carry. You know what makes them painful to look at? The repeating covers. They're painful to carry because they're so heavy, because there's so much merch in them. Painful to make because it's so expensive to get the same exact blind box pin over and over and over from the favorite release of your favorite character in Japan. Sometimes you have to go to the same anime cafe 100 times and buy all the stock of their blind bag pigs, and you only get 4. You only get 4 of the character that you want to fill your e-bag. That's why they're painful. That's where the name comes from, guys! Otaku and anime collecting culture in Japan is completely different than the West because there aren't anime and collecting stores and pop-ups and all that. It's not easily accessible in America. That's why there's an American Ita-bag and a Japanese Ita-bag. That's why they're different, because they're made in different countries and have different accessible merch available to the people making them. And I tried to say this to people and they just didn't understand, because a lot of the people arguing against me have never been to Japan and have never immersed themselves in Ita-bag culture in Japan. I made my first Ita-bag in Japan, as in I got the bag, I got all the pins, and I constructed it while in Japan. I think I know a little bit of what I'm talking about, guys.
They should be able to afford an Ita bag. There has to be a specific number of pins on it.
Or not being able to afford an Ita bag is just like, yeah, it's a really expensive hobby that's kind of pointless. Like, if you don't have enough money to buy the expensive bag, buy all the pins, or buy like a $100 pin maker to make your own pins, God forbid, it's not like you have to have an Ita bag.
Let me just like apply this to like anything else, okay? Like, let's say someone really wants a G-Wagon. They can't just take their Prius and put a G-Wagon logo on it and say this is a G-Wagon. It's still a Prius. Maybe they'll feel content like they have a G-Wagon because of that G-Wagon logo they super glued E6000 on it, but it's still a Prius. And nobody has to make getting a G-Wagon more accessible to them just because they really like G-Wagons. G-Wagon, G-Dragon, na 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 na.
Wow, fantastic, baby.
It is literally like a purse. Like, if you already have a purse to carry your stuff, you don't need an Ita bag. You can want one really bad, but if you don't have the funds to make one in any way, shape, or form, like, you're still a fan. Like, I don't get why people are like, I don't know. Like, it's not like you need it to live. It's just like a quirky, like, fandom thing. Oshikatsu.
On it, and they all have to look very specific. They all have to be the same. They all have to be lined up and displayed absolutely perfectly, not a centimeter wrong. And if you're
Well, yeah, that's how Ita bags are in Japan. They're in the modern day Ita bags. There are like mix-maxed Ita bags and collage Ita bags, but repeat Ita bags are like the original style of Ita bag.
the bag looks slightly wrong from her
That's why in Japan, when you buy Ita bags, they have a size. Each window has a specific size. It's like A3, A5. And then you can go to stores, and the inserts for said Ita bags have the specific places to make them repeat bags, because that is like the standard for Ita bags. When you buy an Ita bag, the fake thing inside of it in Japan, like the paper that shows how it's supposed to be set up, is set up like a repeat bag. Because that is like the traditional Ita bag.
description, then you do it very wrong. You have to throw away your Ita bag. And she even argued that because Ita bag
I never said people should throw away their Ita bag, but like, I'm allowed to hate other people's Ita bags. I'm allowed to think they're ugly. It's not like I'm calling them ugly.
translates from Japanese as pain bag, it should be very painful for you to get a bag like this. Someone in her comments said,
Hey girl, we have the same iPad case. Slay!
can afford to ship out 90 identical pins from Japan to wherever they live. Y'all are such elitist and it's annoying. We're all fans. And Twin Buns replied, then don't make an Ita bag. Ita bags are
Yeah, if you are literally like, I can't afford to ship 90 pins from Japan to make an Ita bag, you don't have to make an Ita bag, baby. No one's forcing you. And if you want to put pins on a purse from Target and call it an Ita bag, you can, but I point at a dog and say that's a cat, it's still a dog. Like, it's not an Ita bag. If it makes you happy, it makes you happy.
meant to be hard to make. That's the whole point. It's not like you can be a fan of a character without an Ita bag. It's literally a bag meant to flex your dedication. If it was easy, it wouldn't be called a pain bag. Y'all hate me. I hate how America has
If it would be easy, it would just be called a bag that you stuck a single pin on.
watered down what an Ita bag is at its core. If I see one more bag with 7 random, horribly positioned enamel pins, I'm gonna lose it. This is all so stupid because even
Yeah, I don't believe, and to this day I don't believe, that An Ita bag is one of those little bags you can buy at cons that are $90 that look like this, that holds 6 enamel pins. At its core, that is not what an Ita bag is. Like, it's not. I'm sorry. Hate me if you want. That's not it. You can still do it. I just disagree with it.
If you just go on official Eat a Bag wiki page, it says that it's called a pain bag because it's supposed to be a pain for everyone's eyes to see. Someone walking around with a colorful bag which is
It's another lost in translation thing. It is both. It's not like the actual kanji at the beginning of Ita bag has the actual definition of like how it meant to be painful. It's different within the different communities of people who made Ita bags in the beginning in Japan. The original people who came up with the concept. It's a little lost in translation because it was before everything was hyper documented on the internet. But it's both. The American wiki might not be the best place for you to get your info, babe.
someone walking around with a colorful bag which is thousands of merch of their favorite character. It's called a pain bag because it's kind of cringe and a pain.
I also do have to point out that in Japan, people on the train, when they're carrying an Ita bag, they switch it around so that the part with all the pins isn't showing, so they don't have to subject people to like looking at it. Because it's kind of seen as like a nuisance and kind of like weird to carry it around. Like, it's for like people not in the culture. It's kind of like, ugh. People hide their Ita bags in Japan. I don't know why I just felt the need to interject that in here, but like, I don't know. It just felt like the viewpoint of Ita bags in America is to show off, when it's more of like a collecting aspect in Japan. And yes, it's for other fans, but you only show it off when you're at like a fan meet or a con or something like that.
For everyone else to see you walk around with that bag. This whole debate is so dumb and useless. It's just a...
It is, because I didn't even start it! I agree! I just posted a video and then people started yelling at me, so I started yelling back. My memory card's about to run out of memory again. Oh my god, girly pop, why are we both yappers? Why are we both yappers?
Who cares? Who cares what characters and what pins someone puts on that bag? You read very problematic manga about little boys being used. I think you got worse issues to worry about. Oh,
I've never read YBC, but also if I did read non-con underage manga, it wouldn't be a problem because it's fiction, babe! It's fiction!
and get this, Twin Buns is so mad that Americans ruined this Japanese part of culture, but she is not even Japanese. She's not even Asian. She lives...
White people are allowed to have opinions on parts of Japanese subculture that they're a part of, like fashion, like Ita bags, like anime. Like, why does race matter when I'm talking about a bag? Weirdo?
Lives in Atlanta. Why are you mad about something you have like no relation to?
Atlanta!
This is not a part of your culture. No other actual Japanese person cares what your Ita bags looks like. I don't even understand what...
There are literally Ita bag meetups in Japan where you like compare Ita bags and like take pictures, and like there's contests for like the most intense Ita bag. People in Japan do care about Ita bags. They invented them. There's a huge culture around them in Japan.
I don't even understand what she's trying to get from there. Does she think that all Japanese people will see how she defends the rules of Ita bags and Japanese culture? And
I had Japanese fans reach out to me and be like, thank you, because like you're right in this, and it irked me when I would see Ita bags in America and it wasn't what I in my mind think when I see an Ita bag. And I'm like, yeah. It's because people didn't learn it from Japan, they learned it from other American fans. It's like a game of telephone. It got so watered down.
They're gonna be like, oh my god, like she's one of us. No guys, you don't...
People in Japan like my Ita bag. I've been told by people in Japan that they like my Ita bag. Specifically my Junjo Romantica one. Anyways, I digress.
Guys, you don't understand. Twin Buns is the only American who actually understands Japanese culture more than any other Japanese person.
No, I'm just siding with Japanese people over Americans that learned how to make an Ita bag from other Americans that learned how to make an Ita bag from other Americans that learned how to make an Ita bag from other Americans. I don't think that makes me better than anyone, I just think it makes my Ita bag better.
She's the only one. Everything she posts is just like to show off how much she knows about Japan, but she really does.
Everything I post is teaching people about Japan, not to show off how much I know about it. Is your math teacher showing off how much he knows math more than you? No. He's educating you.
doesn't really know anything about Japan because she doesn't even live there. She doesn't even go here. Thankfully, the Itabag community already
I still don't know if this girl is over 18. Freaking hell, dude. What was that?
knew about, not even Japanese, so like, hello? So
The weird, like, she's not even Japanese. Japanese people, you know, like American stuff, right? And American people are allowed to like Japanese stuff. People are so weird about Japan and Japanese people. They're so weird about them. I don't know why.
instead, they decided to show off their imperfect Itabags on TikTok and tag twin buns to annoy her, which is, I think, is so iconic.
If I have to hear this police department ad one more time on my video,
certain type of person to survive. Oh my god, I love your bag. Take a look at mine. It's got all these cool pins on it.
okay, you obviously can look at my Eat a Bag and then that Eat a Bag and know which one's better. I'm sorry if I'm mean, I'm sorry.
Actually made this one, involving me as a person or the interest that I have, and I just think it's really cool that, you and I have very different tastes in how we style our bags. Like, yours has 50 of, like, the same pin.
Yours is styled? I wouldn't know. It's empty, babe.
And mine has various different pins. And I feel like it's really cool how we just can agree that, yeah, at the end of the day, it's just a bag and we can decorate it how we choose, and it's really nothing to freak out over.
At the end of the day, it's just a silly way to express your love
Can we agree on that? I don't know if we agree on that, babe. But you do you, I'll do me.
for a character, and it's not that deep. It's not that deep.
See, the thing is, like, that Eat a Bag, could you guys tell what character that Eat a Bag was for? Because this girly pop is literally saying it's to show your love for a character. I could not tell you what that person with the yellow shirt on's Eat a Bag, what character is for. My Eat a Bag, however, I think it's very obvious what character this is for. Because Deku is in this bag 86 times. Let's get that out of the shot. Oh my god, it's heavy. Dare I say, it's painful.
For twin buns to go harass people because of the way their bags look like. You guys may have never noticed this entire debate, or like you're not on this side of TikTok, but it was actually so big that another TikTok influencer joined it and made it.
I have to skip this part because I hate this girl so much. So I'm sorry. I just don't want to look at her. Not this girl. The girl that she's about to bring up. So we're gonna skip forward. Also, I love how nobody calls her an Asian fisher with that makeup. Oop, anyways.
By the way, back in 2024, twin buns used to go by pronouns they, them, but as of now, they removed the pronouns from their profile entirely. In case you
I removed them from Instagram for business reasons, but if you look on any of my other social media, they're still there, babe. You just didn't look really hard. Just didn't look hard at all. You could literally look at my Tumblr about. It's pinned at the top of my Tumblr. But you won't. You didn't do any research.
wonders why I'm referring to her as she, her, is because I believe that she goes by those pronouns now.
Believe because you didn't do any research. It's fine, because look at me, but still, I don't blame you.
However, correct me if I'm wrong. You're always free to correct me if I'm wrong. I'm about to say something that will make you think that I sound crazy. And you don't have to agree with me, but that's just my opinion. I believe that Twin Buns built her entire social media career on praising Japan, on embracing Japanese culture. But unlike every other
Girly Pop, you literally just said that I was a popular aesthetic YouTuber before all this, meaning I literally built my social media presence off of not this. But yeah, I did blow up for being a kawaii fashion YouTuber when I was in like middle school. But guess what? That ain't a crime. Oh my god.
influencer who talks about Japan or travels and lives in Japan, Twin Buns does things very differently.
Oh my god, yeah, I do things differently than other creators because I'm my own person. And people like me for it. You don't. That's okay.
Let's just say that Twin Buns takes it a little too far.
The darn autism, I'm telling you, I just don't know when to stop. I apologize. I apologize. Let me just... Okay, I'm better. Neurotypical now.
Every single time she talks about Japan, it's how great Japan is. It's how much better than every other country.
Not true. That's just simply not true. You're lying.
You're lying on Maine.
Japan is how high schools in Japan are better than in
Knowing what a typical American wears to high school versus what a typical Japanese student has to wear to high school is not saying that Japan or America is better. It just depends on which outfit you like better, I guess. I think if I was in Japan, I would not like wearing those outfits every day, to be honest, because sometimes wearing a skirt is just annoying. I think we can all agree on that. Sometimes I just want to wear pants to school. Every day, actually. My worst nightmare was actually wearing a skirt to school when I was in school. Like, oh my god, I don't even want to think about it. Sitting on those school desk chairs in a skirt, you'd get up and it would, like, butt sweat. No.
America, and how living in Japan is better than anywhere else.
Okay, I will say, though, I live in America, baby.
Right now, I think anywhere, okay, I think a lot of places, not anywhere, I'm not going to say that. I think a lot of places are better to live, despite the political standing and the political atmosphere in those countries, is better than here. I went to a night market the other day in America, and I was literally like, I kind of want to leave because I feel like this place is going to get pew-pewed up, because that's just something that you have to think about when you're in America, not in Japan. Not in Japan. I don't have to worry about constantly getting pew-pewed in public in Japan. So yeah, in that aspect, yeah, it is better than America right now, and for the last, 6 years.
And how Japanese fashion is the number one
It's my number one fashion. I've never said that it's the only good fashion, but I like it more than American fashion, and I'm allowed to. What the fuck?
fashion, and how everything is always so awesome and so great in Japan.
You're right, I don't live in Japan, and when you go on vacation, guess what? Things are pretty great. Like, you kind of have a good time when you're on vacation in Japan. So yeah, when I, post my footage from Japan and I'm having a good time, it's maybe because I'm not working in Japan and I'm not a citizen of Japan and I'm not experiencing their government or their work culture, but I've also said that in content of mine online, publicly, a lot. I've also said that, as a foreigner, I wouldn't even actually be fully affected by the working conditions and the government in Japan because I would still always be a foreigner. I've literally said that online dozens of times, but this girly pop is really picking and choosing here.
There is nothing ever negative about it. Japan is literally just like anime and manga.
That's not me. I definitely don't say that it's like anime and manga. I literally go against the grain on that every single time.
That I read. There's nothing dark there. Even when
I literally made a video about how someone jumped on the tracks while I was on the train, baby. And you're like, Twin Buns never talks about the bad stuff that happens in Japan. Someone sewer slided while I was on the train in Japan.
she's not traveling to Japan, because if you remember it correctly, she is not Japanese. She doesn't live in Japan. She just travels there sometimes. And when she's not even traveling there, she just compares everything to Japan.
Yeah, I think it's very normal for someone who is in one country who has visited another country to cross-compare the two cultures. I actually think that's very normal. And people who live in Japan and come to America do the exact same thing. And people from France who go to Uzbekistan do the exact same thing.
It's like, oh my gosh, I hate when people...
I don't know where Uzbekistan came from in my brain. I was really struggling to come up with another place to say.
fart in America, but when Japanese people fart, it's so kawaii. I just want to put it in perspective for you to...
Fart? Did she just say fart? I was not paying attention. Why are we talking about farts? I crop dusted Japan. It was lovely.
For you to understand, she lives in America, in the United States of America. And she always posts videos doing makeup like 10 out of 10 Tokyo, Japan girls. How Japanese uniform is really cool. How Japan is so great. And you know...
I'm allowed to say all those things on the internet and they're all true. I did do makeup like a girl who is a 10 in Japan would do. I do think Japanese school uniforms are cool. I like the concept of a school uniform. As someone who was bullied in school for not having fancy clothes because I was poor, I do like the concept of a school uniform. It removes just one layer of people to hate you for when you're in the hellhole that is high school and middle school. And I'm allowed to think Japan is great. I wouldn't spend thousands of dollars to travel there if I didn't think it was great.
And you know, there's nothing wrong with showing appreciation to a certain country that you visited or live in. Like, there's nothing wrong
You
with
say
that.
that?
But it gets to a point. Like, it gets to a point, don't you think?
I like how my niche on social media was talking about Japan, and that is what I got paid to do. I was doing sponsorship with Japanese companies. I was making content in Japan, and people think it's my whole life. I mean, it low-key is because I have autism. It's my special interest, and I can't escape my brain thinking about Japan. But also Obviously, it looked like I was obsessed with it 24/7 because that was the only thing I posted, but that was just myself on social media, guys. Do we stop to believe that I'm a real person that exists outside of the 30-second reel that I post once a day? Like the other 23 hours and 40 seconds of the day.
And it's not wrong to wear Japanese fashion. I'm actually all for it. I love people who dress in Japanese fashion style.
I think you love people who dress in Japanese fashion styles who aren't autistic and cringe and a little awkward on the internet, but you'd never say that.
Styles in US, I always love to see it. But she also dresses in Japanese school uniform, and there is no reason for her to even own a Japanese.
There's no reason for me not to, babe. There's no reason for me not to. I'm not hopping on the internet and writing a dragon dildo in it. I'm literally just wearing it.
School uniform because she is way past school age. She just wears it for IS. She wears it in even more.
I do wear it just for the aesthetic, and shoot me in the head, handcuff me if it's wrong. Oh, you won't because it's not.
Or maybe she wears it in even more sinister way, because judging from her interests in manga, showing minors, high schoolers in a school with uniforms being literally harassed, maybe that's like a thing.
This is really weird for you to go on the internet and publicly try to speculate about someone's kinks or fetishes or what they enjoy in the bedroom. I've never posted anything that would allude you to think about that. I probably actually posted the opposite if you've once again looked at my freaking Tumblr, but it's weird of you. What if I was on here and like, you have My Chemical Romance in the background. Do you have a piss kink like Gerard Way? I think you have a piss kink like Gerard Way.
I don't know. Like, I love when people wear like
My Chemical Romance. I assumed that that was a drawing of Gerard Way's eyeballs behind you, but now I'm not sure. But no. Okay, you have the picture over here. Okay, I was right.
School office wear for fashion. I think it's like a bold statement, but not in this case. Not in this case. In this case,
I can't do anything. Not in this case, because I'm involved. Not in this case is it cool to wear a pleated skirt. Ay.
not in this case. In this case, it's weird. It's just
In this case, it's weird. Because I hate this person, so I think everything they do is weird.
It's just like when every single video of yours is about Japan and you don't even live in Japan, you weren't born Japanese, or you only traveled to Japan once. Like,
there are millions of people who make content about Japan who don't live in Japan. There are millions of people who make content about America who don't live in America. Your point?
I'm like 80% sure you, girly pop, don't live in America, and you're making a video about an American from Atlanta.
do you know what I mean? It's kind of weird. It's not a crime to wear a
Kind of weird is not a reason to make a 43-minute long drama video about someone. I'm sorry, being weird and cringe is not a crime. That is what the DMs basically were telling me. It's like, this girl just thinks like you being a little weird is like cancelable. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of my whole life. People think I'm weird and they hate me for it.
schoolgirl uniform. People do it for cosplays or for fashion styles like Garus. But Twin Buns is almost 30 and lives.
Oh my god, I wanna be Gyaru and almost 30. Oh my god. You're allowed to be Gyaru and be almost 30. There are 60-year-old gals in Japan that still wear the fashion, wear a school uniform. Oh no, but they're Japanese, so it's okay.
In Atlanta, there is like no reason for her to own that uniform. And you guys
Poor people in Atlanta. They have no reason to be cringe. I feel so bad for people who live in Atlanta.
may not see any problem with all of what I just said, and I completely understand.
They are the right if they see no problem with it, because they are cringe and they are free. We are cringe and we are free! Wants to go get boba, wear our Japanese school uniforms, and go look at the x-ray panels in the BL at Barnes & Noble. Let's go!
It's just what doesn't sit personally with me, considering her past controversy. And again, the video that I keep referencing, the caption in it says how much better Japan is for having a uniform rather than...
No, it literally says my life would have been so much easier if I got to wear a uniform because I was bullied for the clothes that I had. That is a common reason why uniforms exist.
Schools in every other country with no uniform. Because everything is just so much better in Japan.
Does this person think that uniforms only exist in Japan? Like, do they think that the concept of uniforms are strictly Japanese? Because, like, I've said it once and I'll say it again. Uniforms are a way to unify the classes, right? The people to bringing together at a school. It is to have a unified front of what a student of this establishment looks like.
Japanese uniforms look a little bit different than, well, okay, it depends on what uniform we're talking about, because there's two types of uniforms in Japan. There's the, like, Japanese, like, sailor style uniform, which comes from, like, military gear, and then there's the ones that are based off of, like, British and UK and European uniforms. I digress anyways. This is something I'm very interested in because I love clothes and fashion.
At some point, after people started seeing all those controversies combined, they started harassing Twin Buns so much that she had to make a video addressing all the hate comments and said that she was gonna take a break from social media and post only pre-scheduled posts for a while.
I did. I took about 2 months off from social media and only let my scheduled reels post.
For a while, because all the hate was just reaching an extreme point.
Calling it hate is not enough. I was being harassed. There were restaurants in my town in real life in Atlanta that I couldn't go to because people were messing with my food. I could not exist as a human being because of all of the stuff previously mentioned in this video. I think this was like right after Eat a Bag Gate, but it was before Eat a Bag Gate got popular, so excluding Eat a Bag Gate.
This video is not for the people who follow me and have supported me throughout my entire internet career. This video is for the people that have absolutely destroyed it. The entire downfall of my internet career started in 2023.
I'm skipping this because I can't listen to myself talk. We're back.
Although I disagree with everything that Twin Buns has ever said or the way she treated her controversies, doxing someone for doing something bad is not acceptable in this case.
Diabolical ad break, girly pop. I'm gonna say YouTube did that though, not you. I'm gonna blame YouTube for that one. Just because you're against doxing, I'm gonna say YouTube put that one in. Oh my god, it's the long non-skippable one. Bro, the amount of camera batteries I've gone through is diabolical. Something's wrong with my camera.
Someone's personal information and spreading it around and harassing someone and their family, it's not gonna make a person act better, and it's definitely not justifiable in this case. Shortly after her break, Twin Buns returned to the internet and started posting content that is way different from the one that she made during the entire controversy. Her content now is more of a lifestyle, makeup, hobbies, and like all this normal influencer stuff.
I don't think this girly pop looks at my Instagram. I'm seeing a lot of screenshots from my TikTok, which is like my spam account. I don't know, I just noticed that. It's interesting. I wonder if she like looked at it at all. Like my Instagram is like where the controversy was. It wasn't on TikTok at all. Like it was, well, Eat a Bag Gate was, but everything else, like the real big controversy was on Instagram.
That is less about Japan and more about her. And although it may seem like this entire nightmare is finally over, one question still stands. Did Twin Buns ever address all of her controversies, and did she ever give any explanation?
Yes, I did, and here's the video. Oh, my light is showing. Here's the video. It's in the description, but this is the thumbnail if you want to go find it on my channel, which you can click down there. I did. I'm sure she's about to say that too.
To everything that she has done that I just told you. And the answer to that is yes. Exactly 9 months ago, she posted a
beating a dead horse a little bit with that, aren't we? 9 months ago? Sheesh, I didn't realize how long ago that was. Oh my god. This is a little irrelevant, but that's okay. It's okay. It took a long time to make this video. I'm sure it's going to take me like 2 weeks to edit this video. So I get you, girl. I get you, girl.
40-minute long video addressing all the allegations against her. And if you want to see the whole video for yourself, I encourage you.
Thank you for linking me. Well, I think you linked me, but thank you for telling people to go watch that because I liked that video. I didn't like making it. It was very tedious and sad, but I do like how it turned out. I think it got my point across very well. And it was more serious than this video. Like, this video is just goofy. That video is, like, serious and actually is an apology.
About it, but I will summarize the key points for you. First of all, I have to point out the contrast between Twin Bun's video of her crying before she left for a break versus her passive aggressiveness in the video where she's supposed to address all the problematic things.
I have a very passive aggressive personality, if you can't tell from this video. On YouTube, I let my personality shine. In that one video on Instagram, the crying one that I skipped past, that was like my initial like, hey guys, I'm not okay, I'm taking a step back. this was me formulating my thoughts and my opinions to retaliate against people doxing me, hating me, harassing me. So obviously I'm going to be a little bit more sad when I'm like having to take a step back from one of my favorite things in the world, that is social media and posting and my job, versus me making a video to try and, hey, apologize to the people that I genuinely hurt, but also stand up for myself against the people that are hurting me.
That she has done on the video where she's supposed to apologize for
I did apologize, but I can also stand up for myself when I am wronged, while apologizing for when I am wrong at the same time.
for some things. She is treating it more as like a joke.
So it's
Throughout the entirety.
oh my god, I laughed nervously in a video where I'm addressing very serious things. Y'all, this video is gonna keep getting longer if I keep popping in here. But low-key, I'm pretty sure that laugh in the video was from when I was talking about being canceled for shipping Baku Deku. I'm sorry that is hilarious to me. I am being canceled for shipping Baku Deku while James Charles is out here diddling little dudes. Real ones. Real living ones that are real right now, probably laying in bed doom scrolling on TikTok. Real little boys is who he messes with. And y'all are over here canceling me for Baku Deku. Pardon me for letting out a little chuckle. Pardon me. Oh my god, I didn't know that laughing nervously was a crime.
Entirety of the video, she did not sound like she was holding herself accountable for doing those.
Do you think me not taking a 2-month break off of social media before this wasn't holding myself accountable?
Things, she did not sound remorseful.
People always say that. I have an issue with tone, and I'm not gonna blame my neurodivergence on like everything, but I will say that is a genuine issue that neurodivergent people, it gets me in trouble all the time with my friends, okay? They'll say something and I'll have a response, and because of my tone they don't understand what I'm saying, and it's very unfortunate.
For doing those things. In the entire video, she said sorry twice, but not in the context of like, oh, I'm sorry that I did that. No, it was more like, I'm sorry if I made you feel mad about what I did.
I'm sorry if I made people mad and upset, but I'm not sorry that I share manga online and that I'm a fujoshi.
Let's start it off with the most important one. For the allegations that she promoted the Arichin Bichi Club, which is the most disgusting piece of literature ever, where there are much
talking in circles, so I'm gonna skip past this part. Okay, we're not actually skipping this because she's talking more about like pro ship, and I want to talk about this.
It's just yaoi. It's not harmful to the real world because it doesn't depict real life children and it doesn't depict like young kids. It's fine, it's okay, it's just fiction, it doesn't harm anyone. This is what Twin Buns said in her comment section under that video. I 100% think there is no problem with content, even not safe for work non-con, contacting if it's animated fictional. Fanfics, works of fiction, manga, etc. They are not an issue. It's a dark theme, sure, but fiction is meant to explore dark themes and non-con, not safe for work content. Even not animated but made by adult actors. Also yes, has a place, and it should be able to exist without being judged. Because there are a million reasons why someone might want to engage in that type of content, and you have no way of knowing why. Whether it's just a kink, or if they're using it to cope with their trauma, you don't know, so you shouldn't judge, and that's why I don't.
I said what I said!
BL manga set in a high school fanfiction of fictional characters who are minors having intimate relationship with other minors is not PDF content. It's fictional. Nobody is harmed, and once again, it's a dark theme. Fiction is where these things can be explored safely and for a million different reasons. They are not real, nobody is actually getting hurt.
Only facts were said. Only facts were said there.
But consuming and promoting this type of media to your audience is...
I actually have never on my Instagram, where this whole controversy was, ever even said like what was in YBC. I would often hold the manga up as like a prop, but I never actually said the title of it like until people started actively commenting about it on every single video, and then I think I said the title of it like twice. I never actually promote anything that is super dark and raunchy on my social media. I might like mention fanfic as a whole or BL manga as a whole or like 18 plus media as a whole, but I never specifically am like, go watch A Night in Barcelona, the Yuri on Ice porno, or go read YBC, or go look at the x-ray panels in this BL Korean manga. Like, I never promote it to my audience. I just, it's a well-known fact that I read BL and that I like fanfic.
ultimately gonna harm people. Just reading literature of this sort, like, why are you interested in seeing that?
If we don't really read a lot of non-con or like fetish fanfic or anything like that, like Kinktober is currently happening as I'm making this video, like that's not like my ish, but I do believe in media being allowed to exist. I don't believe in the censorship of media, specifically fictional media. So yeah, I even though I don't read it, I think it has the right to exist.
If this manga becomes popular and gets promoted to your audience and everybody goes reads it, guess what? People would want to make more of such manga.
I don't think it's wrong if someone reads YBC and is inspired to make another fictional piece of work that's inspired by YBC. I don't think it's bad if someone reads a fanfic of Bakugo from My Hero Academia being abused by his mom, and then they go and write another fanfic of Bakugo from My Hero Academia being abused by his mom. Like, no one's actually getting harmed in that. No real person is being harmed in that. That's at the end of the day, that's what we don't want, is people being harmed, and no one is being harmed.
It's just gonna get more and more extreme and more.
What is gonna get more and more extreme, though? Like, people are gonna keep creating media with dark themes? Media with dark themes has been created since the beginning. Greek mythology is laced with incest. Like, nothing bad comes of dark themes being in fiction.
More and more disgusting. She says that there are dark fiction that touch up on the same topics of SA and CSA. However, Yarichin Bichi Club is not that kind of book. It's a book that...
It doesn't really matter how the thing is portrayed in fiction, it still is not harming anyone in real life. You could have someone write the most graphic non-con scene and have it be in the next chapter, have there be the most, like, sad and, like, framed, like, rape scene, and it would still not matter that both of them exist. They both have the right to exist, no matter how it's framed in the fictional media. Fictional! It's not real!
It's a book that glorifies it.
Glorify, buzzword.
It's a book that says this is normal, that this is happening to a club of high schoolers.
I hope if you're reading an 18+ manga like YBC that you have the ability to comprehend the literature that you're reading enough to not know that YBC isn't a guidebook on how to start a club at school. You know who would probably think that? Like a 6-year-old. But you know who shouldn't be reading YBC because it is an 18+ BL manga? A 6-year-old. If a 6-year-old reads YBC, guess whose problem it is? Not mine. It's their parents' fault. Not me. Not the author. Not Japan. Not BL as a whole. Not fujoshi.
From age 16 to 18. It is absolutely normal that they have to do this stuff, that they're forced to, that they're harassed, that they have those kind of...
What's happening in the book, if it was happening in real life, would not be okay. It's okay because it's in a book. What don't people see about this? Everyone can... When you're reading it, you know it's a book. When you close the book, it's not real life. If you can comprehend media above the age of 5, you understand that.
Relationship. Treating this book as a meme and treating it as if it's normal that high schoolers have to endure those things and treat it as like a nighttime bad story is...
We think it's normal that happens in YBC because that's the plot of YBC. Why are you talking about real high schoolers? This is an 18+ manga that is meant for 18+ year olds. Why are you the one bringing up real high schoolers?
Story is honestly just disgusting, and I will never accept her opinion that it's not harmful because it's fiction.
After you looked into YBC for this video, did you immediately go out and rape a kid? I need to know, because apparently fiction affects your real life morals so much that after you read YBC, you must have gone and slept with your teacher and raped a kid. No, but you didn't, because you have media literacy and you understand that fiction is not reality and it doesn't affect reality. It does not affect your personal morals. Uber ad. Uber. Uber Java. Oh my god. Arm & Hammer.
Simply let people do what they want with fiction, with the creative outlet they are choosing to take part in. There are a lot of people online who believe that being pro-ship means that you like to read fanfic about incest, pedophilia, cannibalism, and extreme kink, etc. These things occur in fiction. Yes. These things also occur in fandom spaces within the confines of fiction. Yes. Being pro-ship simply just means you don't think people should be harassed and sent threats for writing fanfic with dark topics, these things included. There's no exclusion in being pro-ship. You simply let people do what they want with fiction, with the creative outlet
Yes,
they're
queen.
choosing to take part in.
She also claims that she has never read the manga.
Literally before, like, don't harass people, but then I say, like, don't harass people for what they do in fiction, and you don't have anything to say about that? It sounds like you're saying against that. You want people to be harassed for the fiction that they read? That goes against literally the disclaimer you put at the beginning of this video.
Buying it because she bought it as a joke.
The volume of manga that I showed in this video that started all of this, I have never read.
I have stated many times on my social media that I have not read the series. I have watched the 2-episode anime at some point.
Reading, like, a single sentence from the book, babe, while I'm doing a deep dive into the culture surrounding the book does not mean I've read the, like, 7-8 volumes of it. I've said I've not read it. You have no reason to believe that I have read it. Take my word for it, I have not read it.
At some point, I can't remember when, I just know that I have seen it.
But then,
I've also always said that.
then in the comments, she literally replies that she has read it, and she also says that she has watched the anime, and she literally, again...
Can you put proof of me saying I've read the entire series? Because every comment I always reply, I haven't read this series.
And has a whole documentary looking into Yarichin Bishop Club, where
She didn't watch that video. The screenshot doesn't even have the red bar at the bottom.
she admits that she knows stuff about it, that she have read the manga.
I realize how she didn't say that she has read it, because in the video, I literally do say I haven't read it. And it's like a theme throughout the entire video. I don't even talk about YBC as a whole, I talk about YBC adjacent things. It was really clickbait putting YBC in that video.
Have read the manga. So she's basically lying to make herself appear better. On one comment, she says she...
I'm planning on reading YBC, by the way, just because I want to know what it's about, and I want people to just, like, stop being annoying about it, but guess what? I'm still a good person. But right now... Oh my god, did you see that mosquito flying from the lens? Ugh! I'm still a good person now, and then when I finish reading it, whenever I do read it, I'm still a good person. My morals have not changed. Who I am fundamentally as a person will not and have not changed because of before or after reading YBC.
She hasn't read the manga. In the other one, she says that she skimmed through it, and in the other one, she said that she has read the manga. Which one is the truth?
Obviously, I've skimmed through the one volume I have, but I've never said that I've read the entire series or read the entire manga. Never have I ever, girly pop.
This panel right here.
Actual footage of me reading the manga, and it's literally me reading a single panel. Does that mean because I've opened a Bible? Like, I opened a Bible to look for money in it at a hotel that I've suddenly read the entire Bible? Ah! I didn't know I could read so fast. Hold on. I'm gonna read the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy right now. Ah! Oh my god, that was such a good book.
He started going to a preparatory.
Either way, you are disgusting for promoting this type of literature, for supporting it financially.
Making a video, like, deep diving into why people hate YBC is not me promoting it. Like, I don't know what you think promoting is. That would be if I was like, hey guys, we need to stop this video right quick to mention the sponsor of this video, which is YBC.
Supporting it financially, and for saying that it's normal. You basically say that it's normal because it's a book, because it's fiction, because those...
So you're for the banning of books then? Because that's what I'm getting from this, babe. You want books to be banned. You should fully be against banning books. That is being on the wrong side of history if you want books to be banned.
People are not real. When SA is never normal in any...
In real life, it's bad to sexually assault people, yes. Writing about it in a book is not bad. It is not the same thing on any level. Not even a 0.001% is it the same thing.
Cases. And I can't believe I actually have to say that. I can't believe people actually think otherwise. To you, it's just a silly little yaoi book that you bought as a joke.
It is a silly little yaoi book that I bought as a joke. You're trying to make it more, but it isn't. It is a silly little yaoi book that's sitting on my shelf right over there.
Other people, the events that are described in this manga actually happen to them. And
okay, and I would like to say to them, don't like, don't read. Everyone on the internet has made it very clear what's in YBC. If you have triggers around sexual assault, I would hope you wouldn't read or interact with content around YBC. But it is not my job to censor what I read because of your trauma. It is not my job to protect your peace. That is your job, not mine, not authors who write fictional works with dark themes. You have to avoid the content that triggers you. Just because people have been SA'd does not mean that authors are not allowed to put that in their media because it might trigger people who have been. The people who have been SA'd have to
learn how to protect their people. The media jump shouldn't be, let's censor fictional media because you have personal triggers or because bad things have happened to you.
You proudly holding it up and saying that it's just the Yahweh that I read encourages other people to do those acts to children. To this day,
Me saying, look at this manga that I didn't even write, encourages people to rape children? I'm sorry, but you just don't read a book and then go rape a child, babe. You have to have so much wrong with you mentally to want to do that to a child and to actually act on it. A book, a comedy manga, as you called it earlier, is not going to make someone rape a child. And me holding it up without even showing the contents, also, it's not going to make someone rape a child. If someone's going to rape a child, they were going to rape a child no matter what I do, no matter what books they read, no matter what books people write, they were going to do that because they are inherently evil at their soul. It is inherently a mental issue in their brain that cannot be caused by fictional media. And guess what? There is 1 out of a bajillion people who might have those thoughts, read these things happening in a book, and it makes them go do it, but they already had the want to do it and begin with, and that's why they sought out the media. That does not mean that the media shouldn't exist and people shouldn't have an outlet to write things, whatever they want in fiction, because there's one bad apple in the bunch that is humanity.
she does not find a problem in it. To this day, she posts things about Yari Shimbichi Club. We could say that she's a pretty big fan of it, suspiciously. But
it's weird, I wasn't, but the more people hate it, the more I wish I really liked it. Like I said, Hitorijime, My Hero, is my number 1. It's my ride or die, my favorite. I read it when I was a kid and I just fell in love with it, even though, yes, it does include dark themes, it does have an age gap relationship in it. I don't care, I like it. I wish that I was ride or die for YBC because I would be the YBC queen, but it's just, I do more well with gushy gushy romance, not comedy romance, so it's not my thing. And I've heard that it's very, I've heard that it gets gushy gushy romance, but I haven't read to the point where it gets gushy gushy romance, so it's just not my thing.
Again, in that video, she claimed that she's not a PDF file, she's not interested in that. However, she did make excuses for this type of media. In terms of her Unit 731 comment, she went on a whole rant about how she was flooded with hate comments, and she thought that this comment, people copy-pasting historical events that Japan did, was also part of hate. And
yeah, commenting gore is people harassing me. I'm gonna skip past this part. I don't want to rehash this. We already went over this.
Understand feeding into trolls because they're just so done with getting hate comments. I am myself a social media creator. I know exactly how it feels.
No, you don't. You have never been harassed to the level that I have. Not many people have on the internet. James Charles, Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, Trisha Paytas, Tana Mojo, me. There's not a lot of people that have been harassed and doxxed in not only here, but in real life like I have. It was to a scale I cannot even comprehend and give you I don't know how to explain it. It was so bad. People in my real life thought that I was gonna because of how bad it was. You do not understand. If you understood, you would not be making this video. I promise you, if you understood, I forgot your name, Lisa, you would not be making this video because you would understand how absolutely detrimental a video like this can be to a person's entire livelihood.
But I just don't understand how seeing a comment about history of Japan could be a personal attack to you.
You don't want to read YBC because you don't want to see people being raped. I don't want people commenting. I don't want to read about someone being with their insides being carved out by a Japanese soldier. I'm protecting my peace. My microphone died and my camera died again. It's a little bit later. So if the audio is absolute garbage, I also don't even know if my audio saved from my microphone dying, so if the audio just sounded like this the entire time, I apologize, but let's get back into it.
Ignorant about the history of Japan, which you proudly admitted in your video. She said that she is ignorant about history and she doesn't like learning history.
And I have stated on my social media, I don't think there's anything wrong with me not having an interest in history. A lot of people were very weird about that, but I personally just don't have an interest in history, and I stand by that. I don't like it. I don't care. That doesn't mean that I don't think bad things have happened or that I agree with the bad things. I just don't personally waste the short time I have on this earth hounding over a history book. I learned what I learned in school.
I'm done with history. I'm learning what I'm living through and like current events, but like past old stuff, I have no interest in.
Times that I actually dislike history. We don't know enough about it. I'm admitting I'm ignorant on this subject.
You didn't need to have to reply kinky to it. And she didn't.
Oh my god, get over it. It's one word. It was like 3 years ago. Like at this point, guys, come on. That person who commented it also probably wasn't even Japanese and wasn't even personally offended by it. They were just trying to use the horrible crimes that Japan has committed to try and do a gotcha moment against people who like Japan. If anything, they're more in the wrong than I am for my one comment when they left an entire comment using the crimes of Unit 731 to try and get a gotcha moment on an influencer. I also hate to break it to you, there are people that find gore like that kinky and jerk off to it. 100% there are. You kind of just have to live with that.
She does not realize how insensitive she sounds.
I did because I apologized for it, but you don't seem to want to accept my apology and I can't make you, so we're gonna skip past this part because I'm tired of filming. So tired. Lighting's so bad since my camera died. I don't know, the sun's coming out.
I'm sorry that I triggered you and I'm sorry that I made you mad. In terms of Asian fishing, she denies all the allegations. She said that she just acts normally, that her eyes are natural.
These are very normal selfies of me, where I'm smiling in both of them. I don't know what you want me to say, girl.
That her eyes are naturally this way, this shape, that she wears bangs just because she can. She just looks like that. She doesn't do anything.
Literally, I bet people are gonna say I'm Asian fishing in this video when I literally just have mascara on and some little fake moles and highlight.
More to appear more Asian, and just the fact that she wears Japanese fashion, she's not doing that to appear more Japanese.
All of these things are completely and 100% false. I have never taped my eyes back nor squinted my eyes in any way, especially with the intention of looking Asian. I have never taped my eyes back, period. If my eyes squint in any way in any of my videos, it's simply a natural facial expression. When it comes to my clothes,
okay, I don't want to hear myself talk. Quit talking!
Her makeup routine, this is everything that she has done. So yeah, she kind of knows better whether she's doing that to appear more Asian or not. However, even now, she does her makeup so differently from the...
You know what's funny? All of the controversy was happening in the wintertime. And in the wintertime, I do my makeup. It's not winter right now, it's still like 80 degrees outside, but I do have like more makeup on today. People keep commenting that my makeup style changed. It was summer, babes. It's like 100 and something degrees. Besides that one cosplay video where I pointed out that it was also summer. I can't wear makeup because I live in Arizona, not Atlanta, although Atlanta is humid, I've heard, so you probably couldn't wear a lot of heavy makeup then too. But yeah, my makeup style changes because I live in a climate that you can't wear makeup in the summer. But now it's winter, so I'm gonna go back to my kawaii makeup and people are gonna start calling me an Asian fisher again. I also can't wear my bangs in the summertime because it's too hot to wear a hat. So apparently I will become an Asian fisher again once the temperature hits 60 degrees. According to these people, because bangs means you're Asian, right? Only Asian people can have bangs.
Time where she was caught up in controversy and actually allegedly Asian fishing, that I'm just suspicious. I'm just suspicious that she has changed her entire makeup routine and stopped wearing bangs after being called out for allegedly Asian fishing and trying to appear.
The internet, believe it or not, doesn't affect my entire life, my entire personality, and how I dress and stuff. Did you know that? It's important to me that you know that.
More Asian. If you're not Asian fishing, then why did you stop? And I just can't erase the difference from my mind. It doesn't sit right with me. It felt like it was on purpose, I have to admit.
I mean, I did purposely stop wearing more makeup because the seasons changed. Also, I don't know, she might have recorded this a while ago. A lot of my content now, I don't have makeup on because I've pivoted to like, okay, I'm currently obsessed with figure skating. I can't stop thinking about it. I've been doing it for like a year and it sort of has taken over my entire life, and so most of my content is about figure skating, and I don't wear makeup when I'm figure skating. So most of my content now, I also don't do my hair. I just have to slick it back because, you know, figure skating, no fake bangs. But yeah, my content now is about figure skating. Still love Japan. My dream is to go figure skating in Japan. I love when things just mush together like that. I love my brain. I love Yuri on Ice. That's like an amalgamation of everything I love. Yaoi, figure skating, and Japan, all in one. Let's go.
So what do you guys think? Do you think she was actually Asian fishing, or it's just like an exaggerated allegation that got busted.
An exaggeration allegation. I don't think you're asking me, babe. I really don't, but I think it's an exaggerated allegation that got pushed around. I don't think I know. I'm the one that actually can say. None of your little viewers.
Around. Personally, I feel like she did not address all the other very important things in screenshots that people have seen. She refused to acknowledge it. She refused to take any accountability for it. And although she did say sorry twice, I counted, she did not say, I'm sorry I did that.
I did for the Unit 731 thing because, like, that's an actual real life thing where real life people were hurt, so I real life apologized. But I'm not gonna apologize for dark themes being in BL and, like, enjoying them. I am not going to apologize for how I play with paper dolls. I'm not going to apologize for how I play pretend in my personal life.
Learn from your mistakes. You have to admit that you did a mistake, and she did not do that. She does not think that she has done anything wrong. And those are basically the highlights of her 40-minute long video addressing every single situation.
My neighbors. My neighbor is gonna think I'm getting up to some YBC nonsense in here.
Plenty of sunshine through today. We should reach our normal high.
Still engages in the Arichin Beachy Club. She still considers herself a fan. She still makes jokes about it. She still posts content about it. She still promotes it.
Do we not know that I'm joking about YBC this day because it's rage bait? Do we not know that every time I bring it up, it's because I just am rage baiting people because they think it's so bad? This girlie thinks it's so bad. She went and said it's the worst anime and manga that ever existed, like the most controversial. Guys, Japan is, like, I know I like Japan. They are weirdos. There is much worse stuff than YBC. It's not even, like, below the surface. You just dip your toes into Japan and you can see the weird stuff.
And even though she claims she hasn't read it, you have to know at least something about the Arichin Beachy Club to make a whole long review on it. And
It's not a review, babe. I don't live in Atlanta. It's not a review. And you didn't watch that video.
And even
I don't blame you though. It's low-key kind of boring. Like, I don't rewatch my old videos. Like, you're not interested in, like, fujoshi culture. I don't blame you for not watching it, but maybe you shouldn't have made this whole video about it if you didn't watch it.
even from looking at basic information that is available online about the Arichin Beachy Club, I don't think you should engage in this type of media, especially in the big 2025 as a 30-year-old woman.
First of all, I'm not 30. Calm down. Second of all, I could be 85 and I could read whatever media I want. I'm gonna be 85 and reading Bakudeku fanfic on AO3 or whatever site surpasses AO3 in the future. Or whatever ship comes up that I end up liking when I'm 85. I have a feeling it's still gonna be Bakudeku though, because it's my all-time favorite. But age does not mean you can't engage in fandom and shipping and manga. It can't be gatekept because you think it's cool and hip and only for the youngsters.
To her, as a lolicon, shotacon, all of
people love to bring up like lolicon and shotacon. I like never engage with any of that. Like, do I think that like people have the right to like do whatever they want? Yeah, but like I don't know why people always attach that to YBC. YBC is not lolicon or shotacon. It's not at all. Like, do a deep dive into what that is, babe. Maybe don't Google that if you're watching this. But like, you're the one that brought it up, babe. Do a deep dive into it. That's not what YBC, I've never brought that up. I have a mutual that likes Shotacon on TikTok, but I followed them because they were defending me against aunties. Not because I like Shotacon like them. I followed them because they were a nice, genuine human being, and I don't believe that the fictional media that someone ingests has anything to do with who they are as a person or their moral code. Because I'm normal.
those harmful genres are totally okay because they're fiction. And I don't know about you guys, but I really don't agree with that, and I'm really passionate about this topic, and I will stand on this hill. You cannot proudly hold up a manga with SA of minors in it and say that it doesn't harm anyone because
I wish I had YBC like in a reaching distance because I would hold it up right now and say this does not hurt anyone. It is a book. It might hurt if I throw it at your head 50 miles per hour, babe, but other than that, it's not hurting anyone. And if someone goes into it and reads it and they're triggered by it, they're still fine. They just might need to go and take a step outside and step back and close the book
When a book is triggering you, let's say you're reading a book and there's essay in it and it like is triggering you, you can shut the book and walk away from it. When you're really being essayed, you can't run away from it because you're literally being essayed. That's the difference. One is actually hurting you and one isn't because it's a book.
As it's fiction. But with all of this being said, it seems like ever since then, Twin Buns stopped posting content like this. So I get
Until you brought it up again 9 months later. And now I'm posting this shit show of a video.
I guess it's safe to say that this situation is over now. I just wanted to...
Why bring it up again though? Why bring it up again? I was almost not doxxed, and then within an hour of you posting this video, I was doxxed worse than I ever was. And now the lighting looks really good and this video's over. Ah!
And I just wanted to make a video on it because nobody talks about it. In conclusion...
No, this one other guy did, but he pronounced yaoi yawai, and it was really cringy and nobody liked his video.
I don't have a conclusion. I'm having really painful flashbacks from 2020 and I can't stop seeing things. Oh.
The only painful flashbacks I have from 2020 are those haiku edits where people would like draw over the videos of like white frat boys dancing. That's the only trauma I have from from anime talk in 2020. Is that too niche? I feel like that's too niche.
Although Twin Buns kind of addressed all her controversies and stopped posting this type of content.
So I addressed the controversies, I apologized, and I stopped posting the content that made people mad. It's almost like I did the right thing. It's almost like I did what everyone wanted.
I believe she should strive to be a better person and actually...
You don't know me though. How do you think I can strive to be a better person? I'm a good person, I'd like to think, in my real life. I have friends, I have family, I have a community around me online. You don't know me in real life. How do you know I need to strive to be a better person? Because of the fiction that I have or haven't read and posted about online? We shouldn't judge people for the fiction they read.
Accountability for her wrongdoings. But again, that's just my opinion. And if you have a different one, you can always express it in my comment section. And if you just want to say something, do you believe Twin Buns?
I looked through your comment section. There was a lot of bot comments, babe, so I think you might have a botting issue. When I first got onto this video, the comments were very odd. Now they've evened out. There are an equal amount of people disagreeing with you and then agreeing with you. Most people just believe, and we're gonna end this review here. I found that the general consensus is that I've been canceled for being cringe. I cannot exist being cringe on the internet, which the internet is low-key, guys, like where you're supposed to be cringe. I don't know what this video is. This is so long. I've never edited a video this long. I'm genuinely scared to import this footage into my 2020 MacBook. Oh my god, that's my actual trauma from 2020 is that I still have my 2020 MacBook, and when I turn it on, it sounds like a jet airplane taking off. This video broke my camera. This video is probably gonna break my computer. I don't know if this microphone still works. It stopped working mid-recording. But well, that certainly is not helping it. But anyways, disclaimer, don't send any hate to Lisa. Lisa's chill. She's a monetized queen. She makes drama videos. She's on her own little circle of the internet. I don't make drama videos. I tried once. They're like props to her. Even though I feel like she didn't actually watch that video I made criticizing like anti fandom people that has YVC on the cover, but I digress. It takes a lot of research to make drama videos, so good for her on like doing that. You probably went to college and wrote some really mean papers in college because that's the same part of your brain you use for like drama videos. You like write a whole essay thesis on these people. It's kind of cool. Napper, I love him, he's sick. Anyways, thanks for watching. Follow me on Instagram. And if you are here for my figure skating content, disregard all that. Just ignore it. It never happened. Okay. Bye, guys. I don't want to edit this. This is going to take forever.